Ghetto Bible Study. We're in Proverbs 10:10, and the title of today's message is Destructive Liars. You're watching Ghetto Bible Study, a dope way to read the Bible. I'm Proverbs 31 Mom, and today's verse, Proverbs 10:10, says, Someone who does not speak true words causes trouble, but a fool who talks too much will destroy himself. So, what we learned today is liars are troublemakers, and fools who talk too much are destructive. Proverbs 31. Mom! So liars are troublemakers. It's that simple. You think you can lie and get away with stuff to cover up something else. It's not the case, and it's not the truth. The truth of the matter is, if you lie, you're going to cause trouble, not just for the person that you're lying to, but ultimately to yourselves. Now, the reason why this is so important for us parents is because we need to teach our kids that they can't use their imagination for evil. And also, we as parents, we need to destroy something that we've been taught culturally, which is passing down lies to our children, aka the Easter Bunny, because it's so much crap that we read to our children in fairy tales and books and things like that, in movies that we show and songs that we sing, that it's just basically all lies. They're all lies. From Santa Claus to the doggone St. Patrick's Day leprechaun. They're all lies. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, reindeers flying, they're all lies. So we shouldn't make it normal in our environments where kids think it's okay to express themselves through lies, because biblically, one, is going to cause up trouble, and two, ultimately, someone who is talking too much mess and lying all the time can ultimately destroy themselves. We also want to teach our kids the truth, because kids talk a lot. They just do. They talk a lot. But if they're saying foolish things and that's something that's not corrected, eventually it can manifest into destruction. Again, what this last part is saying, a fool that talks too much can destroy themselves. All I can think of is, like, I grew up on the streets, right? I grew up in the hood, and you got the little dealers out there that be rolling dice or whatever, and they be talking mad mess. It just be like they talk so much, and eventually it usually turns into a disagreement. And it's not necessarily about the game, or like maybe somebody rolls something, or pitching pin. That's old school. That's too old school. Pitching quarters and all of that stuff. But it gets to the point where it ain't even about the game or the dice or whatever was rolled or cheating. It's just you want to punch that fool in the mouth for talking too much. And that's what causes the trouble. That's what causes the fight. That's what causes destruction. It destroys a friendship. It destroys how they work now in the streets. It destroys trust and everything else. And the same thing, if you add that to any type of equation, a relationship. If you're in a relationship with a fool that just runs off at the mouth all the time, it's not healthy. It's not healthy, and eventually that relationship will be destroyed. So what I'm getting from this, and as a mom, these messages are important, not just to me as an adult, which they are, because I feel like I talk a lot, hence Ghetto Bible Study, me talking to a phone this whole time. But my words are not foolish, because it's coming from a biblical source. They're holy. It's to help, it's to nurture, it's to heal, it's to help us grow, it's to help direct us and guide us. But if I'm out there talking a whole bunch of mess, it ultimately can destroy us. So as adults, we need to be careful with who we allow to influence us on YouTube and other social media platforms, because you got a bunch of influencers that get on here and they talk a lot, but if it's not coming from a biblical source, then that could ultimately lead to destruction. I'm gonna take it lightly. Say it's, something that you don't think is all that bad. Oh, I'm just watching makeup tutorials all day. Right? Okay, well, if you're spending all of that time on yourself, how much time and energy are you spending with your family? If you care that much about how you look, how do your kids look when y'all walk out the door? You know what I mean? Like, if something is taking more time and is not biblical, then we have to question who we're allowing to influence us, because it could destroy something. Somebody might get mad at you for being in the bathroom for 1.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? That could be a bad thing. And then, of course, that's just a little lightweight version, but we can go much further when we talk about people or shows that we watch on TV or music or anything that is speaking a whole lot of noise. We're allowing it to influence us. It's ultimately destructive if it is not biblically sound. Now, that don't mean we can't watch YouTube, we can't watch, TV and stuff like that. It don't mean that. It just means that we have to be careful, and we have to weed through it with our time, with our energy, with our thoughts, and how we're allowing it to control us. We have to be very careful of that, because if it's getting this much time and God is getting this much time, ultimately it can be destructive. It can destroy us. It can destroy our self-esteem. Oh, I'll never be that pretty. It can destroy our contentment. Oh, I'll never have a house that big. And we can't enjoy the gifts that God already gave us. And then back to the kids, of course, the stuff that they're watching, we need to be on it, because these kids, they can turn into little beings that we don't even recognize anymore, beings that we haven't raised, because we're allowing TV and influencers to raise them. And that's very destructive. Very. When you blink one day and you got a teenager or a young adult living in your house and you like, who are you? You know what I mean? So what we learned today is liars are troublemakers, and fools who talk too much are destructive. So let's not be liars, and let's not talk too much. If you learned something today and you like today's message, go ahead and press that like button, give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe for more videos, and share these with fools who might talk too much and ain't saying nothing, as well as liars, so that we can help them stop causing trouble, not just in our lives, but in their lives as well. Thanks for joining me. God bless you. Bye.